Water comes. In many flavors to the discerning palate. Mondstadt's water is crisp and pure, while water from Liyue has an enduring aftertaste. In Inazuma, the water possesses a depth of flavor unlike any other. Sumeru's water.
Lynette? Fremine? How are you feeling?
Much better. What about you?
I knew you'd... Oh! Linny and the other members have left Poisson and returned to the House of the Hearth. According to him, there haven't been any more sightings of a spirit roaming the house.
I see.
I'm glad. Father...
Wait, what? You've met the former knave?
Crucibina died a year after Clairvy. When a couple...
Father took in...
The last time you talked to her, did
She said she didn't want us to be the foundation of a family, and that's what Father told us in the end.
But I still thanked her for everything. It was... If Father hadn't taken over the House of the Hearth, I probably would have already...
Father rarely brings up the fact that she saved, but we may have argued.
Whether the path... So I wanted to say...
Oh, we didn't do anything.
Of course. You're welcome any...
I actually saw them at a cafe this morning. They didn't recognize me. They seemed...
I see the value in my own work, but I also see the meaning in all the endeavors of the people. The Fontaine. I believe I will...
The only ones for the job.
All it asks us to do is to find a missing person.
Huh?
I came across this commission, it seems, with the reputation of the...
Well, that's us for sure.
If it proves to be beyond your...
Okay, so...
This commission was jointly... But the problem is...
They're all from the same village, but they don't even know his name?
Unlikely. Besides, putting up a commission requires a processing fee. There aren't many upsides to a prank that costs Mora to carry out. In any case, it would probably be best to go to Vimara Village and ask around first. The Adventurers Guild does have some information on hand, but I would say anything you can learn directly from the villagers would be far more reliable. The best way to avoid misdirection is to go to the source.
Alright then, let's go! Paimon's starting to get really curious about this whole thing.
Water comes in many flavors to the discerning palate. Mondstadt's water is crisp and pure, while water from Liyue has an enduring aftertaste. In Inazuma, the water possesses a depth of flavor unlike any other. Sumeru's water, meanwhile, has a rich and complex flavor profile, but it must be savored patiently to fully appreciate it.
To Vimara Village! Why don't we talk to some of the villagers to learn a little bit more about the missing guy? If this commission is really as challenging as Catherine made it out to be, we're gonna need to carry out a very detailed investigation.
Hello there.
Oh, no, we're...
So you're here about... To be honest, we aren't holding... We pretty much...
So, this person we're looking for, what's...
I don't know. I really...
Okay, guess you...
I'm sorry. I know it may seem like we just don't... At least that's...
Alright, specific...
Young guy. I chat...
Now that you've started talking...
But of course, everyone in the village is pretty fun. There aren't many young...
Could he have just...
No.
Huh.
It's the guests, I hear.
Hi, Grandpa Could you tell us a bit
Of course. I'm happy with my failing eyesight. I'm afraid I can't offer much about his appearance. I don't think his parents are still living. He would often take time, and whenever someone had something on their mind, he was there to listen with open ears. He always knew just what to... As the village chief, I owe...
Wow. He seems like such a nice and... But, you wouldn't happen to know any details about his name?
I'm ashamed to admit it, but I just can't remember. No matter how you look at it, I should know those...
It's okay. Well, Traveler, what do you think? Paimon thinks so, and nobody has been able to tell us wait. Okay, Paimon's gonna...
You two are the adventurers who just arrived, right?
Yep, sure are. We were just looking into the cave.
I'm so glad to... My name is Atosa, by the way.
Yeah, no need... Huh? this?
Yep. We used to... I was around...
Alone?
Everyone has their own Really?
Aww.
Wow, that sounds really nice. You're quite lucky. When it comes to our missing villager, well... I guess you could say no matter what, he was so... Ever since he disappeared, there's been so much I wanted to tell him. No, none of those things.
Wow. Did he ever...
Oh, right. I didn't know...
Still not much to go off of.
Look at me. Talking your ear off and still nothing to show for it. I'm sorry I wasn't more help. The last time I talked... come to think of it, time always passed by really slow.
Well, time always seems to pass slower when you're relaxed, right? What's wrong, Traveler? Hey, look at those hilly trails over there. Does... the abyss... Uh-oh, we've been spotted! Quick, get ready to fight! Yoo-hoo!
The wind knows me.
Settle down!
Time to shine! Going in!
Into the wind.
Bow your head.
Thank you so much. I wasn't expecting monsters to show up. If you hadn't been here, I'm not sure what I would have done.
It was no trouble.
They seem
Well, we should head back and check out the situation in Vimara Village just in case. If the... Wait a second. The person... It's Dainslev!
Ah, it's you two.
Oh, a friend of yours? Well, I'll leave you all to it then. I should head back to the village and check up on Chief Amadea and the others anyway. See you later.
Yep, see you later, Atosa! Why do you always have to pop up out of nowhere like that? Is it your life's mission to jump scare us or something?
It's hardly personal or intentional.
Ah, so...
Naturally. Oh, The Abyss Order is most certainly planning something in this area. Or worse, their plan could already be in motion.
So you think the Abyss Order is behind the hilly trail activity in the area?
As things...
Still...
The best way to protect them is by figuring out what the Abyss Order is truly planning. That... And you shall have... Don't worry. So that was the commission that brought you here to Vimara village. Someone who seems to only exist in people's memories. That is indeed quite intriguing. I would agree that it's unlikely you have a simple missing persons case on your hands. However, any possible connection to the Abyss Order is still unclear. It appears all we have by way of clues is increased hilichurl activity, and that is certainly not much to go off of.
Right! That mysterious...
Traveler, let me ask you this. Do you believe your sibling There's still hope for the two of you to reconcile. Irreparable damage has not yet been done. The sinner you wish to know about, his situation is different. He and his fellow sinners have long betrayed me, and long betrayed their nation. His name is Vedrfolnir, the Visionary. I'm loath to admit it, but he is also my kin.
Your brother?
There were 5 of the wise Roptatir, the Visionary, no matter how
Wait, some of those names sound really familiar. And the one we just learned about, Dane's brother, Vedrfolnir. If he was the voice of the sinner, then the one who...
They were once people of greatest yet, so they became sinners. And when the cataclysm occurred, not one of them stood up in defense of their nation. Not one came. Indeed. Of course.
So, Dane, what have you been looking into all this time?
I've continued to investigate the questions surrounding the Loom of Fate. It's been quite some time since the initial operation was launched. By retrieving the eye of the first field tiller, we were able to stop part of their plan from coming to fruition.
Oh, Paimon remembers! Weren't they going to use it to corrupt Osile and make...
Indeed. The eye was There are many signs pointing to that effect.
Then, what should we do? It's not too late, is it?
Our most pressing concern, based on the
ley lines?
Traveler, my recent investigation...
Wait.
It's certainly...
Well, if we're teaming up with Dane again, we're gonna need all the energy we can get. Let's try investigate... Well, let's go find Dane!
This is such a good place for a vacation. Let me just take a few days.
Dane? Hello, Dane? Did something happen?
The missing person from your commission...
Oh, young...
Their memory...
I...
No. It wasn't and I'm certain I've never met this person before. I remember handing him the eye of...
What? Okay, so this missing person definitely has something to do with...
Indeed. And it appears he possesses the ability to...
Wait then. All the but why would he do...
Whatever the Abyss Order is planning, an important...
What sort of truth?
That their goal is... I am the only person who... You're concerned... However, considering their single-minded pursuit of the eye, come with me.
Oh, so you're...
Of course.
Be sanctified. Settle down!
Thank you for When you're high up, everyone can hear your voice.
Melusines are beautiful.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
help find the baby Saurians?
And I'm Toba. You must be the helpers that we've been waiting for.
It's nice to meet you too, but we're just passing through. Oh, but Uncle Sanka said he was gonna send some of his friends over to help us. You sure he didn't mean you? Yeah, sorry. What? Wrong end?
Darn it! We've been tricked, Hoonie.
What are we supposed to do about the baby Saurian? It's okay, Hoonie. Don't worry. There's been a lot of What are we supposed to do about... After what happened to Nana, her babies were so scared that they ran off and... If Nana is your dad? My dad's one of the elders. I didn't think it would take very long. But then that guy we ran into made us tell him loads of stories, and it wasted so much time.
Yeah,
It's alright, don't let him get... They should be. I already managed to find... Really?
awesome. You gotta be careful out on the cliff.
Goody said the baby saurians are on the cliff, so let's find a way up. Well, very well. You heathens leave us no choice. The almighty Dragon Lord. Kahoo! Wait, aren't you silent? We shall have... Oh, come on, That's If you... Abyssin! See this little lizard? It's a... Yikes! She was but a... leaping from my... anemic... Suspicion... Ha! If you're not here... You potty mouth on that guy! I'm on his furious! Still, good to know about the abyss threat, huh? Wasn't expecting that. Let's not get sidetracked.
Is it what you wish to find? Hopefully the excitement of opening a treasure chest has at least made it a worthwhile experience.
Wow, you're back already.
I'm so glad you're welcome. Piece of cake! You're not from Natland, right? Because your clothes look different than ours. Hey, you must be tired after all that climbing.
Yeah.
By the sound of it, Glasses guy wasn't from Uh-huh. Well, really? Maybe he was the suspicious outlander that Ahau mentioned. Sure, if you're interested. Oh, let me think. Oh, please, Miss...
Just one more. I heard...
Oh, you mean Turnfire. That's where the...
Oh.
Uh-huh. Their Turnfire is different.
Why?
As soon as you turn...
Well, good...
Right? How not...
Yes, shot...
Good guess.
Mm-hmm. He didn't like him, and that's how our...
But Ochcon...
A split second...
All it took was...
The question...
Nobody knows. And then... the flame dropped into the deathly dark Night Kingdom, where it still burns to this day.
The grown-ups say it's like a final look back at your life, where you have to answer for...
Ah.
I don't know.
Either way, I assume this name has been passed down in your tribe ever since?
Sure has. It went...
Yeah, and now it belongs to...
Kinich.
All right.
Tell me more about this Kinich guy. What? No? Careful, Toba. You look dangerously...
Uncle, you...
How would it get me?
Huh?
Wait. All right. Work them like...
Really?
We met at...
Seriously?
If you don't believe me, turn around and see for yourselves. They're right behind you.
Huh? Where? Oh, wait! Yeah, definitely a fit.
Yeah.
All he got out of us was some story. Huh? You know Kinich?
Aw, man.
Me neither. Oh, exactly.
Uh-oh! Hoonie, look,
Oh, yikes. If there's anything you...
we gotta run. Bye for now.
Hoonie, what were you thinking? Going out
It's okay, Toba.
kind?
Yeah,
Don't talk back to me. The Mountain King problem still hasn't been solved. What would I...
they were good people, Dad. Dinner or no dinner. Hello again, Hoonie. It's Miss Paimon and Mr. Traveler. Dad, it's them. They're the ones who helped me.
Oh, so you're the... I'm Trinidad. Apparently, you helped my daughter today. Now, I trust that you're...
Yep, just...
Oh?
Dad.
Kniech! I heard that two mysterious
And Paimon.
I do apologize.
Oh, now we're...
Oh, you just arrived.
Careful now.
Go inside now, Hoonie. Dad's got...
Okay. Well, we'll hear you out, but we can't make any...
Well, for many Burkina, they were Victoria. Normally, Yumkasor. Oh, that's the Abyssal. So, besides the ceremony, another important part of Turnfire Night each year is cleansing the abyssal power inside the Mountain King so that he will remain sound asleep. However, Abyss-related incidents have been on the rise in that land lately, as I'm sure you're both aware. As a result, it has become increasingly difficult to keep the Mountain King in hibernation. Only 5 months have passed since the last Turnfire Night, and he's already showing signs of instability.
Has he woken up again?
He has. We managed to contain the situation by performing a makeshift ceremony right away, but it was a close call. He could reawaken at any moment. Also, he attacked and wounded my companion, Nana, during the ceremony. She became contaminated by the Abyss as a result, and...
We heard. Such a tragedy. We're really sorry for your loss.
Yes, and Nana wasn't the first. Anyway, right now we're preparing for an exceptional Turnfire Night ceremony, and we need to find a suitable flame bearer. From, of course.
Oh, you mean Kniech?
Yes, he's the one. A hero, worth his weight in gold. And unfortunately for us, he's all too aware of that. No prizes for guessing what he said when I asked him to host a Turnfire Night outside of the annual schedule. An exceptional ceremony? Oh, I'll have to charge an exceptional price. I swear, no other I'm not... Oh, and...
Yeah, Paimon...
Anyway, well, you'll gain the respect and friendship. Wonderful! Come with me to the other...
Oh, great.
Shut your filth!
Speaking as a member of the Abyss Order, that's music to my ears. Exactly the kind of reaction we're going for. But on a personal level, I gotta say, it's pretty hurtful.
Ugh, never have we heard such brazen blustering from someone who is inches from death! Up yours, Four Eyes! We spit in your face!
Okay, well, that I am at a loss to explain. How do I manage to stay so chirpy and cheerful? I can only guess it's some kind of powerful magic. But I digress. Mr. Kinich, I admit it, you, sir, are a legendary hunter. Still, the only reason you caught me is that I was reluctant to run away. You see, I'm very interested in the lore of your tribe.
Okay.
Is that it? Kay? Aren't you intrigued to know what it is about you guys that prompted a visit from the Abyss? It's the extreme sports! The other day, I narrowly avoided getting hit by a very brave soul who just leaped off a cliff. I think you call it bungee jumping? Anyway, I was very impressed. That is what I call embracing the spirit of adventure. Look, I even did a painting inspired by the bravery and freedom of the scions of the canopy.
You scum-sucking swine! I swear, if you go bungee jumping, it'll be without a rope! Head first off the tallest cliff, with a band of hunters on your tail, and nowhere left to run, and a bottomless cesspit waiting for you on the ground.
You say that, but I get the sense that Mr. Kinich isn't planning to take my life right now. On top of that, I'm tired of spying on you from afar. So why don't we just negotiate a comfortable operating distance that works for both of us? I've heard that the most important thing in human relationships is to respect each other's boundaries. What do you say, Mr. Kinich?
Or you could tell me what it is you're really after.
What?
And then I'll name my price.
See those torches over there? Those are the...
Are you saying that the sacred...
Well, for ceremonial purposes, at least.
Gotcha! So basic...
Well, that's one part of it, yes. First, the flame bearer must collect... Then, they must go down into the canyon, all the way into the cave where the Mountain King slumbers, lighting braziers. The most skilled flame bearers...
Wow! He can do all that flying without ever falling to the ground? Well, of course Paimon can. It'd be much harder for you guys.
Well, don't worry. It's not a requirement of the ceremony. You're allowed to touch the ground. The only thing you're not allowed to do is turn back. The flame bearer must always keep moving.
So, what actually happens if you do turn back? Surely the fires don't just go out.
If you're not careful, you might get burned.
What about today then? Does the same rule apply?
Oh no, don't worry. Today is just a practice. The order doesn't matter. You just need to take the sacred flame, cleanse the filth, then go light all the braziers. Are you ready? I'll repeat all...
Alright, let's use this kindling to complete our mission. There's abyssal filth over there! Let's burn it away with the sacred flame!
Silence!
should be all the braziers. Let's regroup with Trinidad.
I knew I was right about you. If there was an ancient name for...
Yeah!
All right, now there's still a few days left until the ceremony, and I should probably get back so I can inform the chief and the other elders that...
Oh, you mean they've still got to sign off on it?
Some of them are still hoping we can come to an agreement with Kinich, but that's only because they haven't seen you in action. Still, I'm the one responsible for securing a flame bearer, and my recommendation is you.
Just for Paimon's own peace of mind, are you sure it's not going to be a problem having Outlanders take on such an important role in your ceremony?
See that place over there? There was a time, long before the age of Burkina and the Mountain King, when we, Scions of the Canopy, called that our home. After a period of upheaval, our ancestors were forced to move away. Now, it has become a place where our youths go to develop courage and kindle a spirit of adventure. If we fail to keep the threat posed by the Mountain King at bay, So, to answer your question, I think everyone will agree that you are the right choice.
Fair enough. Desperate times call for desperate measures.
I'll need you to drop by my place at some point before the ceremony, if that's all right. There are still a few final details that we need to discuss.
Okay, see you later then.
You have my gratitude.
We've helped out with a lot of other local festivals before, but this one feels a little different. Anyway, let's take a break before heading back to Trinidad's place.
Traveler? Paimon?
Kinich! Fancy meeting you here. We've actually been looking for you.
I'll get straight to the...
Oh, the, Turnfire Knight, you mean. You were still his first choice. It's just... Oh, jeez. It's not what it looks like, promise.
Chill, it's cool. I only mention it because there's something you should know. And I suspect Elder Trinidad hasn't been completely forthcoming with you. His true intention is to resolve the Mountain King problem once and for all.
Once and for all? You mean this'll be the last Turnfire Knight ever?
That's right. He wants to use you to send the Mountain King to the Night Kingdom.
To the Night Kingdom? You mean...
To his death.
Whoa, are you serious right now? You shouldn't go blurting out accusations like that. It could get you in trouble.
Too blunt? Okay. I'll phrase it more gently. There is potentially a possibility that Elder Trinidad may be hoping that during the course of the ceremony, you kill the Mountain King dead.
But that's ridiculous. He told us the Mountain King is a living symbol of your tribe's glory.
And that glory comes at a price.
Oh, that's right. The Mountain King is a living symbol of our glory, but even this glory comes at a price. Ah, yes, and Nana wasn't the first.
Still, is killing the Mountain King really the only way? It seems so extreme.
The Mountain King is a unique case when it comes to abyssal contamination. It's eaten away at him for so long that it has consumed him entirely, and the damage is irreversible. That evil power has both driven him insane and kept him alive over the centuries. So, to look at it one way, once it's completely purged from his body, the Mountain King will finally be able to rest in peace. In past ceremonies, we've only purged around half of the abyssal power. This was to strike a balance, to keep him alive, but also keep him asleep.
Trinidad didn't say anything about how much power he wanted us to purge, but he did say there were some more details to go over before the ceremony.
Then it sounds like you'll know for sure soon enough.
If he really asks us to kill the Mountain King, what should we do?
I know this must come as quite a shock, so I suggest you act like you didn't hear anything for now. But would you have time to visit the chief after your meeting with Elder Trinidad? I'd like to make a deal with you.
What kind of deal?
One that comes at a very reasonable price. I'm sure you have plenty of other questions, but we can talk more later. Good.
Ah, mighty Outlanders, you have returned. Did you have a good rest?
It was, pretty good, yeah.
Glad to hear it. Things are progressing very smoothly on my end. Many of the elders have heard of your heroic deeds, including the chief. They all speak very favorably of you. There are still those who insist that the ceremony should be performed by the bearer of the Malipo name. But they're just stuck in the past. We need to move with the times.
Plus, Kanish doesn't want to do it anyway.
Exactly. So, now, it's time for us to discuss the finer details of the ceremony. We covered the fire lighting part of the proceedings yesterday. The next part is the purification of the Mountain King. It's quite simple. You just need to use the sacred flame. We've done it plenty of times before, and it's always very routine. I'm sure you won't have any problems. One point I'd like to stress, though, is that you need to burn away as much of the abyssal energy as you possibly can. The more we dispel, the longer the Mountain King will remain asleep.
Asleep, huh?
Precisely. In previous years, the Flame Bearer has often been unable to dispel a sufficient amount of abyssal energy. That's the only reason why we have to perform the ceremony on a regular basis. But I understand that you have a lot of experience fighting against the Abyss, and you seemed to wield the sacred flame quite effortlessly yesterday. With your help, I'm optimistic this time we can dispel all the remaining abyssal energy from the Mountain King's body. freeing us from this ever-looming threat for many years to come.
Traveler?
So this doesn't faze you at all? That's all you... In the meantime, and if you wouldn't...
So now we have...
I'll be sticking...
Seems like Kanich was right. We should go meet up with him right away.
Emotional support is important.
I see the value in my own work, but I also see the meaning in all the endeavors of the people of Fontaine. I believe I will continue to take pride in fulfilling my duties.
Emotional support is important.
Water comes in many flavors to the discerning palate. Mondstadt's water is crisp and pure, while water from Liyue has an enduring aftertaste.
You're here.
Kanich! Elder Trinidad said that...
I can tell. It's written on your faces.
Is that the Traveler in Paimon?
Hello, Chief.
I only heard the news from Trinidad. I believe Kanich has already filled you in, so I'll get straight to the point. Firstly, I fully endorse your appointment as flame bearers for the upcoming Turnfire Night. However, I would like to request that you take steps to ensure the Mountain King's safety. Every child of our tribe grows up hearing the tales of our heroes, from Yupanqui the Firebringer to Burkina and the Mountain King who fought against the Abyss. This is our history and our heritage, the source of our pride and the center of our faith. To kill the Mountain King would be to destroy our spirit. I would never be able to face our ancestors, and Nana's death was a great tragedy, and I do not blame Trinidad for the actions he has taken. Nevertheless, I cannot allow any harm to come to the Mountain King. The very roots of our identity are at stake. My honored guests, please give this matter your serious consideration. Perhaps there is. I understand.
So, Kanich...
Let's walk and talk. I'll show you around the tribe.
That works too. Paimon finally understands why you turned Trinidad down. You knew what he was planning, didn't you? That's why you didn't want to be the flame bearer this time, because it's a double-edged sword. The whole Mora thing was just a sneaky excuse.
Double-edged sword is right. But my response wasn't merely an excuse. To solve this exceptional problem, an exceptional price must be paid. I'm working on.
Really? Well, come on then, let's hear it!
In a moment. Didn't you have a question you were about to ask me?
Oh yeah. What was it again? Oh, right! We need to talk about how he's completely unhinged.
I agree that he had—
You got him a tea. Anyway,
Yes, that's the— I'm a Saurian hunter. I did some research after the fact.
So,
if we can
whoa.
It's not without— Still, the chief is adamant about keeping the Mountain King—
Paimon can understand.
Yes, but and he has every right. No one can—
You're right. Because at least in our—
I think I know a way. You have any better—
Not at the moment, but after all,
If it doesn't end well, then the Mountain King—
Alright. So—
All I need you— I'm getting harassed. If you help me out—
Ooh, what kind of—
Something well worth your while, I'd say. Just keep doing that way. Then, when the day of the—
Still sounds pretty crazy. Even for a and even if it were—
At least the two of them. The tribe needs leaders like them far more than a Saurian. Can I take that?
For sure. And who knows? Maybe we'll come up—
Great. Well, for the next couple of— Good luck to us both.
This realm— I do, in fact. There was once a tapping, and that is what—
Melusines are beautiful creatures.